All right, I'm making another recording. I'm not posting this one publicly. Okay. I posted 13 podcast recordings publicly. I uploaded them also to my Amazon Cloud account as whistleblowing. If you go to my Facebook page, you have to have a Facebook account. I got this clarified. You have to have a Facebook account. But if you go look up my name, Christina Stacia, out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, you can go to my bio on the page. I made it public, and you can have, there's a link you can click on, and you can access all of these audio files. Click on the one that's christinastacia28.podbean.com. Okay, you can go there and you can listen to all these recordings. I think without even logging in, you may have to log in. I don't know, but you christinastacia28 at podbean.com. Okay, so I want to do a real quick update here. Okay, so since I made the 13 recordings, um, I've worked with people in God's network. This is what I call God's network. And that's all of us. I always point to the ceiling because in my mind and mind space, this is where my strength comes from. It comes from God and it comes from godly people. Okay, God's network is a conglomerate. It's a makeup of everybody everywhere, no matter who you are, whether you are um, a neighbor or whether you're a gangster, okay? Because the gangsters, I love them to death. My God, they're saving the planet. Um, whether you're a gangster, whether you're a civil rights leader, whether you're Minister Louis Farrakhan, whether you're the Pope, whether you're Quentin Tarantino, it doesn't matter who you are. We call this also the collier, okay? Just everyday people on the street just living life, okay? So that's God's network. We're a specific group, the decoders that I'm in. We're a group of 300 decoders that Snoop Dogg is approved. He knows every one of us. We're a part of God's network. So God's network is a bigger network, okay? No, she's not in it. None of her Charles Manson cult is in it. She always tries to impersonate us. She always tries to act like us. We kick her off. We're turning her in. She did 9/11. Her and her entire Charles Manson cult is going to jail. Okay, so there's a lot of people in God's network. There's a lot of people in the collier, however you want to refer to it. Okay, so since then, decoders, God's network, which includes the collier, just everyday people, we all work together and we whistle blow and we decode. Okay, so the name of the Abajo below me in Oklahoma City is called Oswego, Oswego. I just decoded 3 pages of decode. She hacked my computer and ripped a page off of it. And Minister Louis Farrakhan, NWA, Snoop Dogg are beyond pissed because she won't stop hacking my computer. Okay? She's committing plagiarism. All right? So they know she's committing plagiarism. They stop her at every turn. People in God's network stop her at every turn. She's not going to get away with it. Even if there's a slight chance that she gets away with plagiarism, runs off and lies to someone and acts like she's a fucking decoder when she's the one who committed all these crimes, the people that she gives it to know she's a liar, know she's guilty, etc. and so on. She's not getting away with anything. Slowly but surely, she's becoming more and more boxed in. More people know that she is the culprit. She's a leader of Charles Manson. So she's not getting away with her plagiarism at all. Okay, so Oswego. I was first told the Abajo here goes 50 feet down. It actually is 100 feet down. Okay. There are between, this is the latest numbers that I have, the latest number that I have is 20,000. There are 20,000 people enslaved below me, Abajo in Oswego. This Abajo goes from Oklahoma City. It goes to Shawnee, possibly Enid, goes to Weatherford. She has an entrance near her house where she's hiding out underground in a lair she has underneath her house. that does not directly connect to Oswego, but is about 5 to 10 miles out from connecting to it. So she's got an entrance, okay? She knows where the entrance is out there. It also goes up into Tulsa. So when I was talking about there's also an Abajo in Sand Springs. Sand Springs is a suburb of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know if it's a separate Abajo or if it's connected. I don't know. And I also know from talking to Ulaga, who is a Native American, who is a Bajo. I'm connected to him. She tries to cut him off constantly. Okay, and she's gonna pay a price for that, like no man on earth has ever paid a price. Okay, so he is constantly trying to whistle blow. He is there all the time. That she cuts him off and she mutes him is what she does. A lot of times we're taking over here because we want to say this while we're recording. He is on all the time. He's whenever you're awakened on, he's awakened on. He's connected to you, okay? Even if she mutes him, even if you can't hear him, he can hear everything. He can communicate to us and we can communicate to you, okay? She has seriously disrespected him just like she has seriously disrespected every Native American. He is a whistleblower and we love him. We call him Ulaga. Okay, so the Abajo he's at is somewhere in that area of Ulaga. So that's on the other side of Tulsa. So we don't know if that all connects. He said that it doesn't connect, it's separate. Okay, that was her just trying to take over, acting like she's one of us. We kicked her off. We're in the process of kicking her off right now. She's making a mockery of us. All right, so anyway, this is what you need to know about Oswego. She is regularly using ICE rape to abuse and assault people of Bajo here in Oswego. She pretends to be a very, very young adult. We've actually heard her talking to them, okay, and she is severely and psychotically abusive to them. Now, what she's doing physically to them, Abajo, we don't have the insight on that, okay? All we know is we hear her using AI to talk to them, pretending to be who she's not. She's Satan. She's a 76-year-old white devil. She is a devil. She's related to the devil. She impersonates the cartel, okay? And the cartel has nothing to do with this except for the fact that they're heroes and the leader in rescuing people worldwide along with a lot of other people worldwide, okay? They're the heroes in this, okay? She lies about the cartel constantly, and that's going to be stopped. We've caught her even impersonating the cartel. Then when we caught her, she told another lie, and then she said she was the FBI impersonating the cartel, okay, which pissed off the cartel. All Latin America is pissed off at her. So her impersonating the cartel is going to stop now. Okay, so she impersonates anybody and everybody. There's like nobody that she doesn't impersonate, okay? She will tell any lie known to mankind to anyone known to mankind in order to cover up her crimes, okay? Latin America is not having that. She's not going to be impersonating the cartel anymore. Okay, so, because they don't have anything to do with this. They're heroes, okay? People only know what they see and hear on TV. They don't know the cartel like we know the cartel, okay? They're heroes in this. They have nothing to do with this. I mean, they're beyond anger and tears and rage with the terrorism that she's done to Mexico, done to Latin people, done to other Latin countries, and plans to do. Okay, they know everything. All right, they know everything because we're connected to them. Okay, they sit back and watch her impersonate them. Okay, they know everything. We work with the cartel all the time. All right, so they are beside themselves wanting to stop her terrorism that she has planned. And they are beside themselves wanting to hold her accountable for the past terrorism that she's done. Okay? So that's where we are with this. Now, Oswego is a place. This Abajo is a particular place. This is what we know. Is one of, she runs all the Abajos worldwide. She runs every single one. She always has since this country has started. And like I explained before, before this country has started. This is one of her chosen spots. There's no word to use for this because it all makes me fucking vomit. It's one of her chosen spots. It's one of her select spots, okay? This Abajo, also Coinland. This is where she chooses to put people that she has extra personal vested interest in abducting them and stealing them. And I mean stealing every part of them, including their blood, their bloodline. Okay? So it's this Abajo, Oswego, also Coinland. Okay? And when I say Coinland, I'm referring to all three of those Abajos. All right? So these are her two select locations. She runs all of them. But these are her two spots, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? She's been vested heavily in this Abajo all of my entire life. Okay? That's why she planned out early on when I was a child for me to end up in Oklahoma, which I love you, Oklahoma. She's controlling my speech. Okay, so anyway, this particular Abajo is where she abducts and kidnaps Aryan Brotherhood. She is guilty for kidnapping Aryan Brotherhood, or what she considers, which I don't understand the logistics of this, and I'm not asking any questions. We all know the basics of this, and that's what we're sticking with. What she considers the pure white bloodline or the pure white blood race or whatever, okay? It's what she considers. So she abducts Aryan Nation, Aryan Brotherhood, and they are held hostage here. They've been abducted, they're held hostage here. Okay, so we had a connection to the leader of the Aryan Nation. She cut him off so he can't ever speak to us. When he found out, and he found out in Mindspace, we were all talking, he found out in Mindspace what she's doing here and what she's doing to the Aryan Nation and what she's doing, what she considers pure white blood race, okay? When he found out, as a leader of the Aryan Nation, as leader of Aryan Brotherhood, he was beside himself. He was, I mean, ballistically beside himself. It's like the leader of the Bloods or the leader of the Crips or the leader of the cartel. Okay, you find out that your people are being abducted and they're enslaved. Of course, you're beside yourself. Okay, so he wants nothing more than to get everyone rescued. Okay, so he is very, very, very upset over this. She continually cuts him off, or we can't speak to him, and we all know him very, very, very well. Okay, and Snoop Dogg set up this connection, the real Snoop Dogg. Okay, Snoop Dogg's a Crip. Snoop Dogg, in protecting me, because I'm protected by a lot of OGs out there, all the gangs out there, I'm protected by them. If I wasn't protected by them, I'd have been dead by now, because her goal is to kill me. Okay, so the leaders of every gang there is worldwide, okay? I don't know about worldwide. I'm going to answer this right here. It's worldwide. You're protected by the leader of every gang worldwide, Christina. I'm serious about that. All right, so don't respond. She's controlling my speech. I didn't go, I'm serious about that. I didn't say that, okay? I am serious. It doesn't need to be said. She's making a mockery of me, and she's going to pay the price for that also. You are protected by the leaders of every gang worldwide, okay? The knowledge that you have, even what's in your eyeballs, okay? All of it, every bit of it is precious to people worldwide, okay? And you yourself are precious. We love you, your family, we're family. All right? She's not going to get away with killing you or anyone else. We're trying to put a stop to it. We're trying to locate her. We're trying to get her arrested. Now, Snoop Dogg arranged when I moved from Slidell to here, Snoop Dogg arranged for me to be protected and watched over by the Aryan Nation, Aryan Brotherhood. So that's how we came to get to know the leader of the Aryan Nation. Since then, she's cut him off. She's like, she lets him stay connected. This is a big, gigantic joke to her. She lets him stay connected long enough to find out what she's doing to his people. And then she cuts him off. And then she cuts off his people from him. She does this all the time. She thinks it's fucking hilarious. All right? So that's what's going on in Oswego. Okay? So there are a lot of people that are Aryan Nation, Aryan Brotherhood that she's abducted here. Okay? So people need to know that. And she is the same way with Quinlan. Okay? We believe this is... It's not we believe. I'm giving you the facts on this. I'm speaking. Don't talk at all. Let me speak. All right? I'm on. I'm sorry. She's trying to control and cut over us all. We're trying to talk. She has a house in Weatherford. Underground, underneath her house, she has a lair. Okay? She's built it out. That's where she's hiding out right now. Okay? There are people there she is holding hostage. Notable people she is holding hostage. They're not in Oswego. We're not saying that there's not who we would think of all people that she's holding enslaved are notable, but we're talking about names you would know, famous people. Okay? She is holding people hostage there. She runs a gigantic hostage racket, as we've mentioned. Okay? The people she's holding hostage there, they're not in Oswego. They're in her lair. And they are notable people. You would know their names. All right? So we want everybody to understand this and to know what's going on, to know the difference, or not the difference, she's controlling her speech again, to know Quinlan, also Oswego, are her select spots.